Antimatter, substance composed of subatomic particles that have the mass, electric charge, and magnetic moment of the electrons, protons, and neutrons of ordinary matter, but for which the electric charge and magnetic moment are opposite in sign. The antimatter particles corresponding to electrons, protons, and neutrons are called positrons, antiprotons, and antineutrons. Collectively, they are referred to as antiparticles. The electrical properties of antimatter being opposite to those of ordinary matter, the positron has a positive charge and the antiproton a negative charge. The antineutron, though electrically neutral, has a magnetic moment opposite in sign to that of the neutron. Matter and antimatter cannot coexist at close range for more than a small fraction of a second because they collide with and annihilate each other, releasing large quantities of energy in the form of gamma rays or elementary particles.
Wicked.
Time Ram!
Insert witty opening remark here. Hello, you're listening to Time Ram. It's the Doctor Who podcast for which I appear to have forgotten to write a script. My name is Barry Williams, and joining me in my endeavours are two old mates I've known for over 30 years, if you can believe that. It's Paul Ferry.
To the people of America, I'd like to offer my congratulations or commiserations.
And Rupert Booth.
Blimey, it's chafing.
So we're taking Doctor Who, and what we like to do with Doctor Who is we like to take it and
Oh, you may
mix
be
it up.
taking Doctor Who. I'm not taking Doctor Who. What are you talking about?
But we're mixing it
That
up.
sounds dodgy. Now,
We're taking
the RTD2 era, you know.
We're taking the 308 televised stories, believe it or not. We're randomly mixing them up and assigning them to one of 15 TV Doctor Who's in the wrong order, because you do.
Yeah.
I mean, our only hope is that we are doing this faster than they're making new episodes.
Just about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we're
That
slightly
is our
ahead.
only. If we were in the 60s, we'd be screwed.
We would be.
Yes.
I would only have like 2 doctors at best, so it would be easier.
Yes.
It would be kind of like ramming Peter Cushing into things. I don't want to think about that. Yeah. No.
If we started doing this in 1964, there would be very little to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd be on a sticky wicket.
It would be all about Vicky, wouldn't it? Be kind of like, oh, can we put Vicky into a Susan episode? That would be just so wild.
Because they're so different.
Or imagine Susan in the Web Planet, things like that.
That's the exciting thing. Nobody in the universe can do what we're doing.
Well, tonight we are taking the Tom Baker story, Planet of Evil, and we are time ramming it into the Sylvester McCoy era from the late 80s.
So it's Planet of Evil.
Thoughts?
I stand exactly by my assessment from the end of the last episode.
Good. What was that?
I said it'll be worse.
Seems fair.
Mm.
Yeah.
Isn't Planet of Evil good?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking that when I was watching. I think it's very undervalued for some reason.
I
don't
agree.
really know.
It rattles along. I did wonder if Sylvester McCoy famously crammed stories, would they try and do this in 3 episodes? But no, it fills out its 4 episodes perfectly happily, thank you.
Doesn't
Yeah.
it just? Doesn't it just?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
really.
need to compress it.
And I thought to myself, right, contrasting it with Ghostlight, which we did last week, I think this really shows the experienced script editor.
Yeah.
I watched the behind-the-scenes documentary afterwards, And Louis Marks is there going, yeah, Robert Holmes and I worked really closely together, and I completely trusted him to do a final draft on it because I knew he could do it and all
Yeah.
that sort of thing. And yeah, absolutely,
Mm.
And what clever producing to talk, Philip Hinchcliffe was talking to about Roger Murray Leach and saying he went to him first and said, what can you do on this budget? And then went to the writers and said, okay, Alien Forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How incredibly sensible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a brilliant way of producing. Just being really holistic with it in a way that the BBC wasn't at the time.
Yeah.
You get the
Yeah.
feeling that it was very demarcated. Is demarcated a word? I don't know.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be because it's the right word for it. Where the writers aren't allowed to talk to the design and no one can talk to the actors at all apart from the director. The
Yeah.
floor manager, the director can't even talk to them, and all that sort of bit, and it's ludicrous. And
Yeah.
Hinchcliffe really seemed to cut through all that.
Well, of course, Hinchcliffe
Mm.
was an ex-ITV man, wasn't he?
Mm.
So it came
Yeah.
in from a completely different way of doing things. And
He was an ex-ITV boy. He was about 29 when he produced this.
yeah, he was just a lad.
None of us are 29,
Yeah.
and none of us have produced Doctor Who yet.
No. There's still time.
That was a little bit of hope I was leaving at the end. Kind of, could happen.
Could happen. You never know. Could happen.
If Armageddon happens and we're the only ones left, we're right in there. We'll be fantastic at producing Doctor
Is Hinchcliffe, he is the only original series producer that's still alive, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who. Yeah.
All the writers are gone from the 60s and 70s, which is a bit unlucky because a lot of them weren't all that old.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
It's it's a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, don't cross Philip Hinchcliffe.
Don't
Yeah.
cross him. He will mess you up.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And he's got fucking Robert Holmes on his side.
Fucking Robert
Yeah.
Holmes.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't because he's there.
Not
as well.
anymore. He's not anymore.
Yeah.
But he did.
He did.
Yeah.
I kind of get the impression that on day one, Barry Letts made Robot and went to Robert Holmes, went to Philip Hinchcliffe and went, right, you use the fucking CSL, right, or I'm gonna fuck you up. And Robert Holmes just drop kicks him. Not Robert Holmes, Philip Hinchcliffe. I'm just not
Yeah.
doing this well. Forget it. Forget it.
Again.
No, don't want to anymore. I've spoiled it for myself.
You kind of broke up during that anyway, so yeah.
I did. It's what I do.
I'm quite glad I didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, what people don't realize about Philip Hinchcliffe is that Target was autobiographical.
Yeah. Indeed.
I saw Target.
I've seen a few episodes of Target recently. They're on YouTube.
Oh, right. Oh, I didn't know that. I'll have to have a look.
I'll send links out. It's quite entertaining. I quite like it.
Yeah.
What's Target about?
Violence.
Police violence.
Police violence. Yeah.
It's kind of like a BBC version of the Sweeney.
Yeah.
So it's shot on 16mm. It's a bit more twee.
Yeah.
But yeah, police violence.
Mhm. Good old
Great
police
title.
violence.
But it's got Dudley Simpson music, which is really
Oh,
out of
wow.
place because you're expecting either Tom to walk in or Gareth Thomas, and neither of them do. It's proper, late 70s, mid to late 70s Dudley Simpson music. So
Wow.
yeah, if you ever wanted to score Sharda with original Dudley Simpson music, just take it from Target. It won't fit, but
Yeah.
hey, there's a certain
Mhm.
concept that'll go for that.
Well, Planet of Evil, it opens on Alien Jungle
Mm.
Yeah.
in the year 37166,
hmm
which I assume is the human kind of calendar, because the doctor
Well,
says
I was-
later, the doctor
I was
says later
thinking
they're
about-
30,000 years late, so it sounds like it's the same calendar we use.
I was thinking about the Morestrans,
Yeah.
and they're really inconsistently named
Yes.
because you've got like Salamar and names like that,
Yeah,
and then you've got Ranjit.
and
who-
O'Hara.
O'Hara. Yeah.
Yeah.
O'Hara is the best one, isn't it? Yeah. So are they? I think they must be a human colony like the Galsex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're a human colony who's been going for a long time now.
Yeah.
yeah, that has to be it.
They
isn't it?
occasionally still have kind of flashbacks. O'Hara.
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 Hey, O'Hara.
The Salamar,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a funny old dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
And they've heard of the Earth, you know.
Yeah.
They kind of know about it.
they have. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're kind of so maybe this is during the time of the solar flares. Well, it is because it's the
Right.
Yeah.
mid-70s.
Yeah.
The
But
yeah, thank you. Um, but yeah, it's that's my headcanon.
Yeah.
You know, the very South African gal sex are out there, presumably influencing the Crotons. I don't know. And this lot with you know, Ranjit and O'Hara
yeah.
um rubbing soldiers shoulders, just rubbing.
They're the kind of Irish stroke Indian contingent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the one that's called Dahan as well, isn't there?
Dahan,
Which
Dahan, yeah,
also
yeah.
sounds South African.
You got South Africans there as well. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I suppose Wyszynski could be vaguely Russian in origin.
Yeah, or
he could
Polish
be.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Polish. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Sort of Eastern European. Yeah. Hmm.
I love Wyszynski. He's my favorite thing in the entire thing.
Yes.
And then within about 5 minutes that he's going to Salamar, just do a thing.
We'll come to Wyszynski in a minute.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah, there's a graveyard on this alien planet, and there's a bloke there. He's called Brown. He's Brown. He's putting in the sticks. Basically, they're meant to be sort of grave markers.
Yeah.
I mean, the first thing that springs to mind is Alien Jungle, in the Sylvester McCoy era. Really,
It's
Yeah.
not gonna look as good as this,
Alas.
is it?
No,
yeah.
it's not. It's
No.
not going to look as good as this. And we're all on videotape as well.
It's not going to be on
So
film.
you're
It's not
gonna
going to
get the
be.
lovely film stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be dark. It's going to be
Yeah.
garish with video effects
It's
over
going
it.
to be garish. It's going to be 80s. It's going to have tinsel on it.
Yeah,
Because the jungle in the original is sensational. I mean, it's easily
It
the
is.
best
one of the best.
It
jungle
is.
in the.
Yeah,
And it's tiny. When you look at
Yeah.
the floor plan for the film set,
Yeah.
it's not massive.
well,
and-
that seems fair.
David
Yeah,
Maloney, of course, being brilliant, shoots it from every single angle
Yeah. Changes the
and
lighting and
knows
stuff.
exactly how to use that set.
yeah,
And it
yeah,
looks incredible. It's just it's convincing.
yeah,
Yeah. And they have different levels, even in the studio, even in the kind of bits that are obviously in the studio
Yeah.
that are shot on
Yeah.
video. You've got
Yeah.
different levels to the floor. It's not a
You have.
kind of kinder jungle with a kind of
True.
really obvious studio
Yeah.
floor.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and potted plants.
absolutely it is.
Yeah,
No, it's
Yeah.
tremendous stuff. It's absolutely tremendous.
yeah,
Yeah.
Some of the best design that Doctor Who's had. I'm not so impressed by the interior of the spaceship. The bridge, I think,
No.
is a
Yeah.
bit lacking. But
Yeah.
Rob Murray Leach, you know, he shot his load on the jungle. He's allowed the interior of the spaceship.
I like the
He's
bit
fine.
where the steps come down outside the spaceship, and
Mhm.
they're clearly on a couple of wires that kind of dangling there slightly loosely.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
blokes walk down the steps, and because these wires are there, they have to kind of shimmy through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not a good look, boys.
But hey,
Oh well.
no, I mean, a lot of the again in the documentary, a lot of the actors say it was always a problem going from film to studio. I don't think it's
Yeah.
that bad a match. Actually, it's that bad a mix.
No, it's not.
You know, it really
not this
actually matches quite well.
Yeah, the lighting is the main trick, isn't it? It kind of like matches quite well. Yeah.
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 And it has things in it, the jungle set as well. The filmed bits have bits where there's water on the ground as well,
Mm.
which
Yeah.
it doesn't need. It's got nothing to do with the plot, but
Nope.
it just adds that extra little bit to it that
Absolutely.
makes
Bit
it
of realism.
believable, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. And the
Yeah.
great thing is about it that, you know, basically it's some black bags over some
Yeah.
sandbags with, you know, you put a watering can in, do some bit of
Yeah.
water,
Mm.
and then cover it with stuff and shoot it well. But it works.
Yeah.
Absolutely works. Yeah, just really good stuff. This is why Roger Murray Leach went on to win Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They've forgotten to do this by the time we do Kinder, don't they?
Yeah.
I'm afraid they have, and certainly by the time we come to the McCoy era.
Yeah, they're not going to have any water. They've got a bad record.
No,
Well,
they're going to
McCoy
have
does
some
too.
Quantel on the floor. It's be like covered in Quantel.
I mean, the McCoy era, it's more likely to be sort of on location. It's going to be in that big sandpit where they did Great Show in the Galaxy or something like that.
You
Yeah.
can't keep putting everything in the sandpit. I know they did, but
That's what I'm saying. That's what they did.
I know. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Um, so we're in the big. So is it going to look like Cygnus Alpha? Not Cygnus Alpha. Saurian Major in Time Squad and Blake Seven, where they're in a quarry and they've got some like weird ass alien plants there.
Yes.
Occasionally,
That's
is it
likely
going to
what
look
it's,
like that?
yeah, it's likely what it's going to look like. Yeah, yeah.
Right. Well, that was Time Round. This is worse.
We cut to two other men. They're collecting crystals in Sector 5. There's the young chap there. He's called Baldwin, and Professor Sorensen. We
He's not
find out his
bald.
name.
I think it's baldest.
It's just called Bald. People are allowed to be called Baldwin without being bald.
No, I'm offended by that. Fuck that shit. Not having it. It's called Hairwin in this.
Hairwin, right? Okay.
Hairwin, because he's very hairy.
He can only be called Win if he's Welsh, though.
Ah,
True.
see, he's
true.
not Welsh.
Called hair.
That's
Let's
not
call him
Welsh.
Hair.
I'm offended.
It just
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
And you're not even actually Welsh.
No.
So he's just called Hair. That's cool. Look, he's going to be dead in a minute. It's not a problem.
Let's not start a fight over his name. We've still
Oh,
got
I think we should spend the entire story, the entire thing talking about this.
we've still got
And then
Ranjit
summarise the
and
rest of it.
we've still got Ranjit and O'Hara to deal with. You know, it's
Yes, we have.
let's
Yes,
not
we
get higher
have.
up on
Yes,
Baldwin.
yes, Yep.
They need to get back before night falls,
yeah.
because night time is when the killing starts.
Mhm.
But Sorensen doesn't want to go. He's clearly bonkers straight away. But yeah, he's accusing the planet of hiding these crystals.
Yep.
Now he's like, I found them. I'm not going anywhere. Fuck you.
I'm going to take it away. No. Bad planet.
So Baldwin is
Edward
back.
Peel. Edward Peel?
Edward Peel. Yes. Okay. Yes. I see where you're going with that.
Sorensen.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, sorry. Well, it needs a good actor.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And he would be good.
And he is
Yeah.
very good.
I
And
met
where are
him
we
once.
putting it? Have we decided where we're putting it? Or do we decide that when we come to the TARDIS scene and decide who the companion is?
I was thinking Greatest Show, but yeah.
Initially, I was thinking Ace, but
Yes.
Sarah is so passive in this. I was thinking it actually probably fits Mel better.
Mm.
But I can't really see this in season 24. It just,
Yeah.
unless we're completely changing season 24.
I'm not sure which stories we've already.
Completely changing everything in Doctor Who. That's how Time Round works, Paul.
I mean, season 24 needs changing. Let's be
All right.
honest.
Yeah.
I'm going to check which Sylvester McCoy stories we've swapped out already from the database.
That, of course, is the thing with McCoy. There aren't
Yes.
that many, so we are going to run out of them and just have to invent new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like with McGann, we're just inventing
Yeah.
seasons.
Does that mean we're going to have to start introducing Rain?
Ray?
Rain. She was going to
Rain.
be the companion, wasn't she? Was
Yeah.
it Rain in season 27?
Oh, the cat burglar.
Hmm.
Was she called Rain?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, Rayne.
Yes.
Something like
Yes,
that.
sorry,
Something like
I was
that,
just thinking
yeah.
like the
We can just invent our
Wow.
our own
I don't remember
companions.
Yeah.
Terry.
She could be Morestrans.
Nobby.
No, that's nonsense. Let's not do that.
So from season 24, we've already replaced Paradise Towers and Dylan the Bannerman. And then for
Oh.
series 25, we've replaced Remembrance of the Daleks and Silver Nemesis. Both with Dalek stories. We've got two Dalek stories in season 25.
Well, in that case, we can't do 24 because the only remaining four-parter is his first one, and we can't.
Yes, that's
have it.
right. Yeah.
So we can't.
So
Yeah.
it's got to
gotta
be Ace.
Ace.
So, yeah,
God.
I would suggest maybe a Greatest Show, unless we start putting extra stories in season 24, which I've always thought isn't long enough.
I mean, yeah, we could do that.
Needs to be more stories in season 24.
Yeah, we all need that.
Yeah. Why not just have
Well,
less stories than season
Let's make it the fifth story of season 24. And so Ace walks out the TARDIS with a fucking boombox going on in the middle of this jungle. Mint.
The Doctor actually, I was thinking when I was watching this, the Doctor actually quite fits McCoy, because
Yeah, he
Tom
does.
is very serious in this.
Yeah,
Very, very
Yeah.
serious in this entire story.
Yeah.
and I do love the bit later on where he's going, it's tempting to just walk off and let them destroy themselves, but unfortunately, the universe is going to explode,
Yeah.
which is surprisingly high stakes. No one talks about that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, like, okay,
we
the
never
universe could
really
have ended in Planet of Evil.
we never get an
Yeah.
explanation of why the whole universe is at stake, and nobody mentions it again.
No, we don't. No, that's a lie. I mean, matter and antimatter, we all get that, but this is a very small amount.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I mean, on a universal
Some
scale,
kind of
even the planet's a very small amount.
yeah, it's
chain
a big
reaction or
place,
something.
you know. Yeah,
Sort of
Oh,
ma-
great. So when Ace walks out of the TARDIS with a boombox, it's playing, I'm in the middle of a chain reaction. And that'll be the key that we feed back into.
So hang on, what season are we in? Is this season 25? Because
24.
how is Ace walking out of the TARDIS if it's 24?
Because she's joined in.
It's
Story.
an extra episode.
But the only reason for setting it as season 24 is if you're using Mel,
Mel.
isn't it?
Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, yeah. Mel doesn't have a boombox. Let's go with Greatest Show in the Galaxy.
All right,
Yeah.
fine.
What a good idea
Yes.
that.
Yeah, that's
I like
that's comprehensible. All right, good.
Yeah.
Only preferably not set in a tent in the BBC car park
It might
because
be.
they've
Oh,
got
no,
an
that's important,
asbestos.
Yeah, it's going to have
asbestos
the
scare.
asbestos scare.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. There's lots of spaceship
mind
sets.
you,
Okay,
Ian Reddington as Salamar would be fantastic.
he would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He'd
Yeah.
be really good.
yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I just forget about the asbestos.
With
Try
the
to-
same face makeup on as well, from word goes, kind of people are going, it's a bit odd, isn't he, our commander? No, it's fine, it's fine.
He walks in and does that kind of. Yeah,
Yeah, we'll just ignore the asbestos.
that works in
Do
audio.
Have the actors have Ian Reddington going, "What's in this thing I'm going to drink? There's no asbestos in it." No.
Why is it snowing in here?
That famous photo of the cast of Planet of Evil and Hello Hello next to each other in the sort of
Yeah.
Yes.
area in the middle.
I was just going to say, I was looking online today. I saw a photo of Joan Hickson and David Suchet together in character as Miss Marple and Hercule Poirot. And a picture apparently taken at a 1990 Agatha Christie centenary celebration. It's like the fan fiction you didn't know you needed.
Yeah.
This is the Doctor. Present by High National Time Boss. Keeper of the legacy of Rassilon. Defender of the laws of time. Protector of Gallifrey.
Baldwin heads back on his own. This is going to turn out to be a bad idea. Hare walks back on his own.
Hare.
Yeah, Hare walks back. All right, fine. He don't last long. He did. He
Yeah.
gets killed. Brown at the base. He gets killed. They're both dead. And this is when we finally get to see the Doctor and Ace
Yes.
in the TARDIS. In the original version, the Doctor's trying to steer Sarah to London,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but he's about 30,000 years late.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get a signal. And
30,000.
they have to do an emergency materialization. So
Which is exactly like a normal materialization.
yeah,
Yes.
it's identical. Yeah,
I mean, there's emergency what?
yeah.
And it'll be kind of in the McCoy era as well. All you'll get is. I always
Yeah.
hated that. They took the materialization sound away from the inside because
Yeah.
it's a really dramatic sound. It's the right, the Doctor is arriving. Here we go,
Yeah.
and so on. But all you get is it's kind of. I don't like. But I don't see the point of it.
Does it sound like it's sort of just a sort of cat meowing, and that's it? They landed.
It does a bit,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just a happy cat arrives.
He
And the
gets
column
the cat.
stops working.
Yeah, I just loving the cat flap in the TARDIS door. Yeah. So yes, they're landing. They're landing in this really creepy jungle. At least in the original version, really creepy jungle. Slightly less creepy quarry. They arrive in this.
Yes.
Is there gonna be a moment before they land where McCoy is running around the console as like sparks come off it and like pressing things with his umbrella to do the emergency landing?
Arse in the air.
I think that should be going on.
Yeah.
So there's also a spaceship. There's a spaceship approaching Zeta Minor, which is the name of the
Yeah.
planet they're on. And the controller is Salamar, as we
Yeah.
mentioned. I mean, the first thing that we see Salamar doing is making
It's
the wrong
like
decision.
fucked up makeup on, man.
Yeah. First thing we see Salamar do is making a really stupid decision, and his second in command,
yeah.
Wyszynski, just going, "Really? You sure about it? All right, fine, okay, yeah,
I
whatever."
love Wyszynski. I love how long-suffering Wyszynski is for about 2.5 episodes. Then he goes, "I'm taking over.
Just loses
Shut the fuck
patience.
up. I'm
Yeah,
taking over."
and Salamar immediately goes mad. Yeah.
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 So who's playing Wyszynski? If we've got Ian Reddington, who's really
Well,
strong.
I was
Mm.
when I was watching it, I was thinking for Salamar originally, I was thinking Barry Foster, but then I was thinking, no, Salamar needs to be young, doesn't he?
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's Barry Foster would
Barry
be better than
Foster's great.
Wyszynski. Yeah,
He'd be great for
Yeah.
Wyszynski.
Yeah, yeah,
Totally.
and somebody young as Salamar. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
Okay, the
Yeah.
cast's nice so far.
Yeah.
Just that I don't know if that was because that comes across really strongly, and I'm not even sure it was something intentional in the script that it's like the young, inexperienced commander
It's
and the
it's never really
Yeah.
explained. I mean, my impression is that Salamar's there through a bit of nepotism. You know, he's got a rich and powerful uncle that's kind of shoved him into this position, and
Yeah.
you know,
Again, on the documentary, Prentice Hancock says, so you and Sol and I went to one side and worked out what the relationship was, and the idea was
Yeah.
that basically Wyszynski was put there to keep an eye on him.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Son of
I wonder
Martin
when-
Boris Johnson type, basically. He's totally Nepo. And Wyszynski's Barry Foster, which is great.
Yeah.
I wonder when Prentice Hancock filmed this in relation to Space 1999, because it's like the same year, isn't it? You'd have thought he was
Apparently,
incredibly busy.
after season
Ah.
one,
All right.
or at least in the break from it, certainly.
God,
Yeah.
he must have been busy.
He just seems to never stop working.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Did his rounds at BBC,
What would
didn't
he
he?
be Prentice Hancock in the 70s?
So this must have come out in what, 76 or something like that.
So yeah, the same year as Space 1999. So
Right, yeah.
And annihilated it.
yeah.
Apparently, I love this. That you know, RTV spent all that money on Space 1999 and put it up against Doctor Who, and within about 2 weeks of Terror of the Zygons, Doctor Who had completely annihilated it. So Prentice Hancock was shrewd.
Made for
Yeah.
tuppence halfpenny.
Yeah, he's going to go, yeah, well, maybe I'll do a bit of that, or I'll do a bit of this, do a bit of that. Either way,
both.
I'm on top.
Yes.
I am Prentice Hancock. And then he grew wings and flew away. Because he can do that because he's Prentice Hancock.
See my range. Mustache? Not mustache.
It's the same man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he sends Wyszynski with a landing party, which mostly consists of Dehan and Ponty.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ponty, of course, played by Lewis Mahoney, a black actor,
Yeah.
in quite a prominent role.
Yes.
And he's great in this. He's really good.
He is.
Yeah.
He's
Um,
really good, yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the fact he turns up in Blink as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I
That's
forgot
right.
about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's brilliant. It's a shame. It's just a shame that there's no women in it at all.
Yeah, there's no.
Uh,
I think that would be different in this one.
Definitely.
Yes,
That is
it
the
would.
thing that stood out for
Yeah.
me is this, where are all the bloody women? There's nothing.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Well, the Sarah.
But obviously
She
the
is
Sarah, but I mean,
able-
she's there on her own, you know. It's kind of it's not good.
No, it's
Can I just say
very,
about Sarah? She never looked more sexy than she does in this story.
agreed entirely.
I have to say
Absolutely right. 100%. Yep.
You like her in
Yep.
blue.
that
Black
outfit.
costume, just, you know. Yeah.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Suits you.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more.
So maybe one of these people should be a woman. Wyszynski could be played by, I don't know, Helen Mirren.
We'll overuse Helen. Helen needs a rest.
She'd be quite young then, though, so
She would
she'd
be
have
quite
to be
young.
Salamar, really,
I
wouldn't she?
suppose you would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, no.
No, hang on. We're talking late
McCoy,
80s.
yeah, McCoy,
Yeah. We're talking 1988.
Mm.
yeah.
So she's not
Oh,
far
yeah,
off
that's right.
doing,
Yeah.
doing Silent Witness or whatever it was called.
Prime suspect.
Prime Suspect, yeah.
Prime
yeah.
Suspect. Prime Suspect, Silent Witness. I don't know. No one's talking.
Any thoughts on Pontian DeHaan?
Not at this stage.
Not at this stage. Okay.
Ponty
Well,
could be
I
that
think Ponty, I
guy.
think-
Sorry, I was just going to say
No.
that guy who's in a very small part in Remembrance that went on to be in Fresh Prince
The
of
cafe
Bel-Air.
owner.
Yeah, I can't
Did
think
he
of
go
actors.
to the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yeah,
Yeah. He's
Fucking
part of
hell.
the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yeah.
he moved to America
Let's have
and like, it
Let's
was
have him.
huge.
He's in my favourite scene from the McCoy era, so yeah, let's have him.
I can't think of his name.
I can't think of it.
Great.
There wasn't it? Hang on. Joseph Marcel.
Yeah, love him.
Yeah, Joseph Marcel. Oh, he's really good. Yeah.
Commercial time.
This is Tim Trelaw.
This is David J. Howe.
I'm Peter Purvis.
I am Sadie Miller. This is Lauren Cornelius.
Larry, it's Fraser.
For all things in the Doctor Who collecting world and beyond, the Doctor Who Collectors Podcast. I'm Larry Van Mersbergen, your host, and I've been collecting for 42 years. You're listening to Time Ram on the Direction Point Podcast Network.
We were talking about Planet of Eagle.
Yes.
We were tangentially, but we were talking about it. Yeah.
The Doctor and Ace, they reached the base.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Reach the base.
I don't know how significant this is, but I mean, yeah, in the woods, Sarah in the jungle, Sarah has a kind of a funny turn, doesn't she? She does it about once per episode. I'm not quite sure what the significance of it all is.
She just like feels antimatter, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah.
She's just not down with it.
Who is? Come on. Yeah.
Ace has a problem with it, and you know, white kids firebombed antimatter in her youth.
Maybe the way it affects Ace is just it makes a boombox stop working. Stop
Yeah.
working.
That'd
Start
be
working?
nice.
Stop working. Not start
Yeah.
working, no.
Yeah.
At some point, she goes to the doctor. This is Zeta Minor, and she runs off. Yes!
Why have you brought me here?
Maybe it makes the music on Ace's boombox start playing backwards. And the
Oh.
Doctor goes,
What goes back to
"Ah."
the 70s?
Antimatter.
Something that's totally not her sort of thing. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Starts playing jazz again. Like, what the?
Yeah.
Anyway, they make it to the base, where they find bodies,
Yeah.
basically. And
These bodies are a bit much, aren't they?
they're a bit gruesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're just walking around and suddenly fucking corpse just
Yeah.
appears. It's like, oh, fucking hell.
It's clearly always the same one, but yeah, it's pretty gruesome.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah. Unfortunately, it is always the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they kind of
Shame.
disappear for a bit, don't they? They disappear, they vanish completely, and then they come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what's
As
happening
a
there.
corpse.
Yeah.
Well, that's the antimatter monster.
Maybe they
shitting
get
around.
taken to the antimatter universe and brought back again. Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. And then they're not well.
They're not.
At that point,
They're looking
well.
pasty. Really pasty.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, they're-
Dr. Finlay.
Oh,
They're looking peely wally.
give me some water. I'm
I
so
said that
thirsty.
antimatter. I don't know why. I felt fine this morning. In jokes that no one will get.
Oh, no.
The poultice is not going to help in this case.
No.
No, they're beyond the poultice.
Yeah, they are beyond the poultice. That's a great episode title.
That's the episode title.
Beyond the poultice.
Right, stop that! Silly!
So yeah, they're on the edge of the universe. It's not good. The Doctor wants to pinpoint their location by identifying the star with he's got a spectrum mixer back
Yes.
in the TARDIS, which you can fix.
Whatever the hell that is.
Whatever the hell that is.
I mean,
Sarah
that's
doesn't need
white,
telling.
isn't it?
She's
That's just
fine.
white
She's
paper.
like,
That's a spectrum
yeah.
mixer.
I know what that is. I know where it is. Give me
Yeah.
the key. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Sounds
guess-
like some sort of really posh sort of craft alcohol thing, doesn't it? A Spectrum mixer.
Spectrum mixer, yeah.
Yeah.
You get them in bars in Soho. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cost like 50 quid.
When you bring it back up again later, it's all the colours of the rainbow. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Pavements of Soho. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spectrum mix.
Captain Scarlet drinks nothing else.
Captain Scarlet can't handle it. Even though he's indestructible and you are not.
Yeah. Captain Scarlet can handle it. You cannot.
You cannot.
That would have been brilliant, a sort of Jerry Anderson themed anti-alcoholism
thing.
campaign. Captain Scarlet can handle it. You cannot.
Chunderbirds are go.
Yes.
I don't want to think about Stingray. Or Fireball XL5. Christ.
Or Terrorhawks. That's why
Terrorhawks. No, it's all bad.
That's why Youngstar is talking like that. Because he's just about to, he's just about to throw up.
And Zelda. That's why she looks like that.
That's the new Jerry Anderson series, Blowing Chunks.
Yes.
Indeed.
Never got that one off the ground. Don't know why.
No.
No. But hey, at least we got Space Precinct.
Yeah, that was worth it. Yeah. So I guess Ace heads back to the TARDIS in that case.
Yeah.
While the doctors...
She was whinging though. She'll be going, "Oh, Professor."
Oh.
Yeah.
He'll be like, channeling us in the heart and just going, "Shut the fuck up and go back to the TARDIS."
I think the doctor's trying to power the base up, isn't he? He's kind of... There's been some power losses.
Yeah.
He's trying to get going. Yeah. So the timing's a bit unfortunate because Ace gets back to the TARDIS just about the exact moment that the landing party, the Morestrian landing party, turns up, and they immediately say, "Oh, we'll have that," and they transport it on board their ship. They kind of teleport it to their ship.
Yeah.
I find that technology a bit anachronistic. I mean, the Morestrans don't... They're not that advanced.
It's a tad convenient. Yeah.
And the fact that they have teleport is a bit
because the ship's still in orbit at this point, isn't it? Have they teleported down? Have they just beamed down? Have they just
why don't they just beam down? Absolutely.
Yeah. Why?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Why did they later land the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not just do an Enterprise and hang up there?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit odd, that one. Unless they can only teleport inanimate matter.
But they're animate. How have they got there? They're on the planet. I thought they teleported down.
I don't know.
I mean, they never do it again in the entire story either, do they?
Yeah.
It would make more sense if they landed in a shuttle and they got some kind of tractor beam that sort of pulls the TARDIS up into space.
I mean, later on, the whole stuff with the Doctor taking Sorensen back to Zeta Minor in the TARDIS, they could just teleport him.
Yeah, just teleport.
Stick him in the beamer and off you go. Beam him down. Job.
Don't need to eject anyone into space. Just teleport them.
There you go. All the antimatter's back. Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I suppose the whole ejecting into space bit, that would be a lot quicker if it was teleport, so probably the Doctor's dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is how Doctor Who ends.
The spaceship model is like a weak link in this story, isn't it? It's very poor.
It looks like a Hoover.
Well, it's weird.
It does look like a Hoover. I always thought it looked like a Hoover.
It's totally a Hoover. And half the time it's shot on film where it's just about adequate.
Yeah.
And other times it's shot on video where it isn't. At least it isn't chroma keyed, but it's not adequate now.
And the sets, as you say, are a bit basic. They're very kind of plywood.
Gotta wonder if they spent all the money on the jungle.
Yeah.
I like the weird things that are written on some of the walls so randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some random shit all over there.
Some of which are upside down for no apparent reason.
Yes. Yeah. The ship sets are not Roger Murray Leach's finest moment.
No, it obviously went out of money by that point. Yeah. So it is just an excuse. Possibly, yeah. It's just an excuse to get them out of the way, basically. Yeah, they get them on board the ship in ways.
Yeah.
And then Sorensen turns up. He's kind of they meet Sorensen, and he's been there. Is it he? Who's playing Sorensen?
Who did we decide on?
Can we cast a woman in one of these
Ian
parts?
Redding. No.
Let's cast a woman.
No, Ian Reddington is Salamar.
Yeah.
All right.
Barry Foster's Wyszynski, so we haven't got a Sorensen yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn well should be a woman.
It should be. Yeah.
Patricia Quinn.
Patricia Quinn. A little bit posh. Yeah. Yeah.
Peggy Mount.
Definitely not posh.
I've been investigating this planet.
Bloody aliens.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to go with Peggy Mount, which is the only time I've said that in my life.
I might do that because I've got no ideas of my own. So yeah.
Oh come on! come on, Patricia Quinn rather than Peggy Mount, surely.
Yeah,
it's more sensible, probably. Yeah.
Peggy Mount is funnier, but it will destroy the entire story.
How about
unless she was a really good actress? She probably was. She was probably stage trained and did all that good stuff, you know.
How about Phyllis Logan? Her. There we are, Phyllis Logan. That's my
Phyllis Logan.
Yeah.
From Lovejoy.
Yeah. She got range.
Patricia Quinn's better.
Yeah. All right, Patricia Quinn.
She could do Mad. She could do proper Mad.
Yeah.
She's been in horror.
Yeah. Oh, Frances White should be good.
Frances White.
Yeah.
As in Mythmakers.
Yeah.
She'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know why you hate Patricia Quinn, but fine. I mean, you know.
I'm happy with Patricia Quinn. It's just, I'm not, you know.
Well, you're apparently not.
I question her range, but
any of the options apart from Peggy Mount, I'm down with.
Right, fine. All right, one of them.
Yeah.
One of them. Because that actually can be referred to for the rest of the story.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Sorensen played by one of them.
One of them. Okay, that's fine.
Let's let 6 and 7s decide, however it's illustrated.
Yeah.
6 and 7, yeah, you can sort this out for us. You sorted so
this
much
is
out
interactive
so far.
media. This is happening right now. You're part of it.
Just decide. We'll go along with whatever.
Run now. Run while you still can.
So Sorensen tells them how there was 8 of them in her party. They're mostly dead now.
Yeah.
She doesn't quite realise they're all dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that doesn't really bother her anyway. She's quite happy. She's like, it's a success.
Sorensen isn't very self-aware.
No.
You know, yeah.
No.
Yeah. Sorensen's not good at that.
No. It's like,
the science,
all these people died. But look, I've got me crystals, so, you know.
But yeah, I've got me crystals and
We're good.
energy source. Excellent.
Yeah. You know, obsessed with.
It's a great analogy for the fossil fuel companies nowadays.
Very much. Yeah. It did seem quite analogous to that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Did with a big patch of oil in the jungle where he's been collecting this shit.
Mm-hmm. Actually, that might be amplified in the 80s under this regime of the Cartmel. It might be a lot more kind of.
That was the sort of thing that Cartmel might latch onto. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of environmental message. There's a sort of
yeah.
If you look hard enough for it, there is a vague environmental message here somewhere. Yeah.
A subtle environmental message. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably enough coming after Terror of the Zygons as well, where the doctor's kind of going oil. Fuck off. I mean, that's not his exact words. I'm paraphrasing, but that's the gist of
it. That's another good episode title. Yeah, oil. Fuck off.
Is it good? It's an episode title, but whether it's good or not, I don't know.
They take Sorensen back to the base, where they catch the doctor standing over Baldwin's body, which is constantly happening. He keeps standing over bodies, and then people turn up and go, "Oi."
Yeah.
And around about the same time, Ace emerges from the TARDIS and gets caught by Salamar and Morelli.
Yeah.
Who I haven't really mentioned before, but he's one of the guys from the ship. Or she's one of the guys from the ship. I don't know. Played by young Michael Wisher, I've seen the original version.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Sounding an awful lot like Davros.
Yeah.
He's getting an awful lot of work, isn't he, Michael Wisher? I mean, he's in Genesis, Revenge.
Yeah.
And then I think this was next in production order. Oh, no, Terror of the Zygons, obviously.
Yeah.
But he's getting a lot of work. Is Michael
turning
Wisher.
up constantly. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a kind of unseen crew member that's heard on the radio. I'm pretty sure that's Michael Wisher as well.
That's Michael Wisher. Yeah, that's Ranjit, isn't it?
Ranjit.
Yeah, he's doing a bit of a kind of
He's doing a bit of a un-PC Indian accent. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be This is the late McCoy era. This is middle McCoy era. This is late JNT. We haven't had a star in yet. We haven't had stunt casting. So how about that Morelli is Dolores Gray? Or something like that, or Ken Dodd.
Beryl Reid.
It's that kind of person.
Right, okay, yeah.
Peggy Mount.
Peggy Mount.
What is your Peggy Mount obsession this week?
Poor Peggy Mount.
I worry about you.
You see Peggy Mount, you can't stop thinking about her. That's what it is. Yeah.
She is never far from our thoughts.
Paul Darrow then as Morelli. Actually, Paul Darrow, if he was younger, would have been a really good Salamar.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be about the right age.
The madness, just going completely like this.
Yeah.
This is strong leadership.
It's a more charismatic Salamar, isn't it? Salamar's definitely not charismatic.
He is not charismatic.
Yeah.
He's not laced with charisma.
No.
Darrow would be kind of, when he loses his shit, he'd be kind of going a bit Richard III, wouldn't he? Like Nightingales, the shoulder would go up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the ship lands at this point, which it's definitely Nick from Forbidden Planet, basically, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But the ship lands basically, and then they get the Doctor and Ace together and lock them up, ready for execution. Basically, they're going to be executed.
Yeah.
They've made their minds up.
They're very quick about that, aren't they?
Oh yeah. There's no sort of
they don't seem to have any kind of like judicial procedure or anything like that.
There's no trial. Nothing. No, it's just like, you look a bit dodgy. We don't know who you are. We're going to execute.
And yet they then do that thing of going, but not quite yet. You're going to sit in the room for a bit.
Yeah, we'll lock you up first.
Yeah. We'll kill you in a moment, though, so watch it.
Yeah.
We are going to kill you. Just, in a moment.
We are going to kill you, just not yet. All right?
Yeah.
Just, be aware. Now, don't you go escaping. All right? I'm warning you.
There's a really nice shot when the crew come out of the ship, isn't it? A high up shot.
That pulling out,
where they're kind of seen kind of from above going towards the
yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Again, a good use of the set. Yeah.
And I do love the bit with Sarah going, let's get out of here. And the Doctor goes, how? And she goes, power's left. Magnetic locks on the windows. And that's just, that bit is lovely.
How does she know that? Where's that coming from?
Because she listens.
Clever, just a journalist.
It's mentioned.
Is it?
Ace won't know it, obviously. Ace will just blow the window up. She will too, won't she?
Ace will have a 909. She'll blow a hole in the wall.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
She'll go, 909, Doctor.
So it's a couple of Morestrans kind of sitting outside just having a fag. And then suddenly the back of the thing blows out.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah.
Do you want to go and check that out? No, mate.
No. It's just like, leave it to Salamar. She knows what she's doing. Just Peggy down.
They've timed their escape poorly though, because the see-through monster thing's there. Yeah. And there's
Which
a
I
guard
think may
there.
look entirely similar. I think the costume will be design, but the rendering of it's probably pretty similar.
Yeah, I mean the only thing that occurred to me was they might do a sort of semi-transparent thing with sort of pixely dots floating around on top of it, sort of more electronic.
Oh, like the apparitions in The Awakening.
That kind of thing, yeah.
There'll be some BBC Micro going in there,
Yeah.
It's funny how the antimatter beast, for years, the only picture you saw of it was like the costume without the effect on it. And
the totally unrepresentative picture. Yeah.
It looks a little bit shit, and kind of is not like anything that's in the program.
I always thought it was interesting as a design, but looked a little bit shit.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was one of those things when you're younger, kind of going, "Oh, old Doctor Who, eh?"
You never really see it, which is effective. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite good.
I do like the guns in this as well. This is another thing.
Oh, they're great.
that they do right in this that they get wrong in so many other stories. That
Yeah.
they're just like this pulse of light, and
Yeah.
the effect of them hitting things is just done by flashing
Yeah.
lights on the set,
Yeah.
which is like it's really well done. It's subtle,
It
but
is,
it's nicely done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the sound effect though. Wow. Kind of goes like that. It sounds almost slightly apologetic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm shooting you.
Wow.
Oh, you're dead.
Wow.
They won't have that in the McCoy year, of course. They'll have some horrible flash going on the end of the gun.
They'll have lots of laser
will.
effects that kind of
Yeah.
it'll be much more.
It'll be a quanta. It'll be like a Dalek pulse in remembrance. It'll be
Yeah.
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 that sort of
Yeah.
thing. And it's in the music. And Mark Ayres. Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
It's not Kev.
No.
Who's
No,
going to
we're
ruin
fine.
the atmosphere.
Yeah.
No, Mark Ayres will actually go with the atmosphere in the story.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going to need something to kind of build the atmosphere here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit spooky in the visual, which I suspect not so much.
It's just not shot in a quarry.
Yeah.
Plants around. It's not going to be
Yeah.
atmospheric.
Yeah. Yeah. So the creature, the thing, kills this guard whose name I've forgotten.
John
Something like that. Yeah.
Darkwing.
Tarquin, yeah, why not? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Salamar and Fashinsky, they're kind of aware of the power drain, and then it's Ponty. Ponty finds the body. He points out that they're under attack, and once again they pop back out again just in time to catch the Doctor and Ace standing over the body, going.
Yeah.
So they chase him into the jungle.
We've had episode 1 now, haven't we? We're into episode 2 now.
That was the end of episode 1.
Yeah.
When they see the thing. Yeah. We're into episode 2.
Yeah.
So we're doing really well here. Yeah. There's quite a lot to go through. I mean, it's dense. This stuff. It is dense.
Yeah,
it is a dense
it is.
story, but it never feels so when you're watching it.
No.
No.
It just feels completely right.
So
again, experienced script editing.
Yeah. It doesn't drag at any point.
No, it doesn't.
The crew waits until dawn, and then they send the oculoid tracker.
Yeah.
Into the jungle to find them. It's not particularly sophisticated, the oculoid tracker. It is literally just a big fucking eye.
Yeah.
It's a camera, isn't it? Yeah.
It's like a drone, isn't it? Like 40 years early.
It's basically
It's
a drone.
drone.
Yeah. It's not got infrared or anything. It's just a fucking eye going.
Yeah.
No, don't see him. No.
Yeah.
It looks great when they've got it fixed on the front of the camera and the camera is following its movements. It looks terrible when it's on strings going.
Yeah.
I love that it's got sort of a cat eye on it. I don't know what. It's not like a normal
I don't
camera.
know why it's got a cat eye. Yeah, that's weird. But then I kind of like that sort of design because, well, that's Alien.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand it. Therefore, that's Alien.
It's a bit weird.
It doesn't make a lot of sense, but maybe Morestrans, when they developed cameras, they used cats. I don't know.
If there is any, yeah.
I don't know. They're alien species. Oh, they're not, are they? They're humans because O'Hara.
O'Hara's human. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So some Morestran antecedent really hated cats, and I put your fucking eye on a robot. There you go. That'll teach you to claw me.
Fuck you, cats.
Now you will obey me. The cat goes, meow, and he goes, oh, we're putting you in a gun as well.
Yeah, gonna send my oculoid tracker after you. I'll get you. Sorensen gets shown the body, which is terribly dehydrated. Again, she's not really fussed. She's kind of waves.
Yeah,
they're dead. Yeah.
But I've done like great shit, man.
Crystals, come on.
Yeah.
So these crystals can solve their power problems, so that they need to get them on board the ship. So Dahan gets drafted, basically. He's immediately loading up the ship with these canisters, and he's just bitching about it, basically. Because
this will be Ken Dodd.
Ken Dodd as Dahan.
Yeah.
Right. David Weston, the original proper actor, but no. Okay, Ken Dodd. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Ken Dodd. Yeah.
I was trying to think of a Ken Dodd catchphrase out. Nothing came to mind.
How tickled I am.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm here for you.
Was that a Ken Dodd?
That was Yeah, it was a tickling stick. I know Frankie Howard did it. Oh, it was the 60s. Everyone said "ooh, misses" all the time. They woke up in the morning and went, "ooh, misses," you know.
Oh, misses.
That's how it was. That's truth. That's
You meet
truth.
people on the street. Oh, misses.
Yeah.
Ken Dodd was one of those people, though, that they could have put in a straight part and he'd have been able to play it. Because I'm sure he did Waiting for Godot and stuff like that on the stage.
I remember seeing him in something completely straight, and he was really good. Yeah. I can't remember, late 80s, some kind of, Play for Today or something like that. I can't remember what.
Yeah. But that's kind of not... JNT's thing was kind of, it's a comedian, we must give him a comedy part.
He'd make him do it in a Ken way. Yeah.
So I said Ken Dodd because DeHaan's complaining all the time. He's going, "Oh, I have to carry this and carry that and carry others." So Ken Dodd.
Yeah.
That's the JNT way.
Yes.
Well, it's the post Sayward JNT way.
Yes.
I do wonder how many times, Sayward wrote a really grim script and JNT said, "I know Ken Dodd is Lytton," and Sayward just went, No, JNT, stop it. Sit down in your bed, have a biscuit, calm down, go to the bar, go to the BBC bar, you'll be fine there. Take Gary with you. Let me finish.
I should mention that, Sorensen's quite keen that they go. He says, we got the minerals, let's get out of here. But Salamar won't go until he's killed the Doctor and Ace. He's like, no. No. They need to die.
Sorensen's mostly antsy here, isn't he? It's kind of like, come on, get on with it. I've done the thing.
I've done the thing.
Let's
got
go.
Your stuff. Come on.
It's really nice writing and acting. It's kind of like, it's all about me. It's all about my discovery, etc., etc. Yeah. And you get who he is straight away.
He's an absolute knob. Yeah, absolutely. The Doctor and Ace, they found this black pool, which is the home of the creature. Quite a nice effect. You can't see into it at all. It's brilliant.
I'm not quite sure how they did that.
Just velvet or something that doesn't reflect light.
I think it might be just velvet, and you turn the levels down in racks.
Right.
You crush the blacks, as it were.
That's quite straightforward.
That's the technical term. That's the technical term. I didn't invent it.
That was the kind of precursor of blue screen, wasn't it? They just shot things against black velvet, and because it didn't reflect any light, you could overlay things.
Inlay.
Even from like silent films.
So they find this pool basically, but that's where the crew catches up with them. And they have a bit of a wrestle. They have a bit of a wrestle, and unfortunately Ponty falls in.
No.
Which is a bit of a shame.
Ponty's in the pool.
Poor Ponty.
Ponty pool. Ponty pool.
Ponty pool. We've had Blackpool.
That's an unintentional joke there.
So it's not looking good for them. They get taken back to the ship. They're on the bridge there. Salamar and Vizitsky interrogate.
I do like Tom raging. I do like Tom raging at that point and going, "You don't understand what you're doing," all that sort of bit. I fear that's going to be a Sylvester raging. It's going to be like, I wasn't caught napping. He's going to go. He's going to the hands, the fists going to be going out like that, and don't think that'll be as effective.
Remember Baden and my mighty ass.
What?
In Battlefield, where it goes, "Remember Baden and my mighty ass."
Oh yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually arse, but it does just sound like he says arse.
No, it's not like mighty arse. It really does. Yeah, absolutely.
It's a Verbatim quote. Yeah. I like the earlier scene as well, where Salamar's trying to get information out of him. He's just staring into space. He's just like, Can't be bothered with
not
you.
in at all.
And then he kind of replies like when he's left the room.
But he's taking it seriously now. He's telling them that Zeta Minor is the boundary with the antimatter universe, and then Sorensen turns up, and it's like tapping a watch. Come on, time to go. I like that. It's a bit weird that the Doctor seems to already know who she is. Which is have they met?
Well, that's quite McCoy.
That works for McCoy.
Maybe so.
This
so...
is going to lead to Ace going, "This is Zeta Minor." It really is.
Yes. So they get locked up with the TARDIS and the canisters. It's like Have you thought this through?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You left them in this room?
Yeah.
You left them in this room with your valuable minerals and their mysterious box, and you don't know what it is.
And then, yeah. You fucking idiots. Salamar isn't right.
Yeah.
No, he really isn't. No.
I mean, Wyszynski really should have taken over day one.
I would have started with lasers. 8 o'clock, day 1. Sorry.
So we get that scene, obviously, where, Sarah's saying that she wants to leave, but the doctor's like,
Salamar
no.
Charlotte Owen.
Hmm?
Salamar is Charlotte Owen. Charlotte Owen, as in the young blonde woman who was put into the House of Lords by Boris Johnson because,
because she's his daughter.
Probably his daughter.
She's clearly
has
his daughter.
no experience whatsoever. Shouldn't be making laws over us.
Yeah. She's like 25. Yeah. I didn't understand what you said. Yeah, Charlotte Owen. Yeah. No, she's obviously his daughter. Yeah. Which they're not saying in the press in this country. It's
there's a what you call it? Not a D notice, but what you call it? Where you can't talk about the press can't talk about it.
All right, okay.
Does that mean we'll have to cut it from this?
Fuck that.
No,
she's
we're
his
not
daughter.
press. Yeah, Charlotte Owen. Bit weird, that, isn't it? Is she made of antimatter? I don't know.
Might be. Yeah. So, they have a look at these minerals, which are in these fantastic chunky pots.
Yeah, they're great.
This is my first memory from Doctor Who.
They call them chunky pots.
I just remember these chunky pots, which must have been on TV when I was about 4. That's the only thing I remembered from it. But yeah, chunky pots.
Really? Yeah. I remember nothing at all from it.
Yeah. I remember nothing else from that the next year and a half, but for some reason,
right.
Pots stayed with me.
Chunky Potts sounds like a character from some sort of public school drama, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Or from Billy Bunter.
Yeah, Chunky Potts.
He's the hero of blowing chunks.
Yeah.
Chunky Potts. So the doctor takes some of this stuff and he puts it in his. He's got a toffee tin.
Yeah.
Wonderfully 70s. Perhaps the 7th Doctor will have a box of Werther's originals. I don't know. He puts in something that he's got, and then the ship fails to take off.
He'll have a little box with a kind of like Omega symbol or something like that. He'll have something that later they can go,
Yeah.
The ship fails to take off.
Yeah.
Tries, bless it. No, nothing doing. And then the creature attacks. This is the real Forbidden Planet scene where they're trying to put their force fields on, and the creature's there going, trying to get in.
It's like Brian Blessed does their power supply.
Yeah.
Going, come on! Hey.
The doctor's the one that says, look, link your force field to your atomic accelerator, which Salamar's there like, come on. Wyszynski just does
Salamar's not very good.
Wyszynski just says, bloody hell, just does it. It's like, whatever, doesn't even ask.
I kind of love Wyszynski.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd be like Wyszynski. I'd be kind of going, oh, for fuck's sake, just do it.
We start to get the sense that he completely despises Salamar.
Yeah. Which is fair.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, he's starting to trust the doctor, which is nice. And the doctor's got some cachet now, hasn't he? Because they kind of, right, they stopped the creature.
Yeah.
Now you need to take the minerals off, give them back. And they do actually agree to this. And then he goes to negotiate on their behalf. They send him back to the Black Pool. It's like immediately, know, all right, you seem to know what you're talking about.
This also, I can totally see this with McCoy.
Yeah.
That's very much some of the doctors kind of like, no, mysterious stuff. I must go into bits.
Yes, I must go talk to them.
Yes.
This is the pool.
Going, Professor. And he's going, no, shut it.
Yes, you stay here. I'm going to the pool. Oh, falling in.
Yep. Quick Guernsey goes.
Quick Guernsey.
Ass first.
Yes.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Again, it's probably going to look like the Greatest Show in the Galaxy one, isn't it? It was a bit swirly, and he's just going to fall in.
Bit of tinsel.
Bit of tinsel. Yeah.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. God almighty.
Yeah, the original's brilliant. I love that. It's so trippy.
Love it. Yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah.
It's like the 2001 or something.
I love the use of freeze frame in this year as well. So they kind of got in some mid kind of tip.
It's David Maloney. You look at it, it's always David Maloney's episodes.
It's true. Yeah.
But then he was a really good director.
True.
Who's directing this?
Is
Alan Waring?
Is it Alan Waring? It might be Alan Waring.
He
did quite a decent job in Great Show, didn't he?
I think,
He did with appalling material to my mind. I mean, basically, it is my least favorite original Doctor Who story.
I like all the stuff with the black cab driving around the sand and it's sort of silent. I like that stuff.
Yeah, that's nice stuff. It's incredibly boring because nothing happens with it really, but that's a script problem.
Has got the single worst cliffhanger of any Doctor Who episode in Great Show in the Galaxy, where they're approaching the circus and Ace just says, "Well, are we going in or aren't we?" And that's the end of the episode. And you're thinking, that's a cliffhanger, is it?
Is that worse than the checkerboard floor thing in Death Through the Daleks?
Stop. Is it his stop? What is he? I can't remember what he says.
Yeah,
Look.
no, well, fair enough. At least it's dramatic in that way.
Yeah.
Blink.
Walk sideways.
As you out of your tiny mind.
Yeah, for a long time.
Yeah, indeed.
You didn't have to agree. And so readily.
While this is going on, Salamar's decided to unload the minerals. He's had enough. And Sorensen is predictably not very pleased.
Yep.
To the extent that she kind of sneaks in there while they're doing it and sort of snaffles some.
Yeah.
Keeps a little tub for herself. While this is going on, I think Ace has escaped or run away somehow. I kind of missed how Sarah got out of the ship. But she follows the Doctor, basically.
Yeah.
She sees him on the screen because they're watching him on the Acolyte tracker.
She just sneaks out, doesn't she? She's on
a massive hole in the wall.
Yeah.
With Nitro 9.
She blows a hole in the wall of the ship.
Sarah's on the bridge, isn't she? She just sneaks out. She does one of those nobody's paying attention to her. She just
sneaks out. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I was probably busy writing.
Ace will blow a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
That's how she leaves. Soul.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody
Every
knows
single
this.
scene from now on. Just blow a hole in the wall and exit the scene.
So yeah, she turns up by the pool, but the doctor's kind of floating through a vortex, isn't he? He's kind of he's just sort of again done on film,
It's
isn't it?
going to be Quantel brownish tinsel
It's
nonsense.
going to be Quantel electronic chicanery. Yeah, it's not going to be as good.
Shit.
Yeah.
Mind you, they might put McCoy on a Kirby wire. It's the kind of thing I could expect him to
Tom
do.
on a Kirby wire?
I don't know. He does look to be kind of suspended.
I've got a feeling he's just lying on black velvet and giving it all that, and they're shooting him really well and cutting him really well.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Very simple.
Well, I guess so.
Yeah. I mean, the Arc of Infinity, they got Peter Davison just on a CSO background, kind of.
Yeah, lying on a chair,
just sitting on a.
Not looking good at all. Yeah.
Yeah, he's totally on a chair, like in Fort of Doomsday, where he's on an office chair, squishing along. Yeah. I've got that bit of behind the scenes footage that hasn't been released yet, and you can see it's just literally lying on an office chair, like the one I'm sitting on now, except painted blue, and giving it all that
magic of television. Yeah, brilliant.
I do love the way he says on the making of. He says, "I'm not sure Tom could have done that sort of thing." And yes, he fucking could. He just wouldn't have. No, he would have done by that point. Just got, oh, fuck off with your blue chair. I'm going down the pub.
I should probably mention Dehan and Morelli as well, moving the minerals and just really bitching about it.
Yeah.
Put them on, take them off.
Yeah.
Ken Dodd, remember?
Ken Dodd, obviously. Yes.
Yeah.
By the time Ace gets to the pool, the Doctor's actually lying next to it, and he's just fucked. He's not good at all.
I can picture this. I can picture her dragging him out over the side of the pool and him doing his kind of, half dead acting. Yes.
Yeah.
Arse in air.
Arse in the air.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the moment where Salamar's like, well, no, we're done. We're going to go. And Brzezinski just says, no, I'm getting them. Just defies him completely.
And this is Barry Foster and Patricia Quinn, isn't it? That's quite nice.
Yes.
Patricia Quinn was Sorensen, wasn't she? So it's
She was Salamar. Was she? Oh, was she Thompson? Oh dear.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I thought she was.
okay.
Oh God, I've lost
Well, who
it.
the hell-
I
who the hell
thought
is
she
Salamar?
was
Salamar was going to be in Reddington.
Oh yes.
Oh,
you're
yeah,
right,
Yeah.
yeah. Fine.
Yeah. But I mean, Patricia Quinn as Salamar, that's fine by me. That's kind of...
Oh, let's not confuse listener.
Let's not confuse listener. No.
ourselves.
No, fine. Okay, yeah.
These actors are all in the mix. I mean, cast them
Yeah.
like this. You know.
That would fall into a bad trope anyway, with the kind of the daft woman in charge of the ship. No, let's not do that.
It would. Yeah.
Okay, so Baczynski defies Salamar, saves the Doctor, sort of brings him back in on a stretcher basically, and they take him straight to sick bay.
Sick bay isn't very nice, is it?
Sick bay, I like the way they've combined sick bay with the ejector system. It's always
With
one
ejector,
little
yeah.
one
That-
room.
That's
They've got a
Yeah.
bed, one side, the other side.
Yeah.
This is where we eject people into space.
the
so
restaurants are
just-
really efficient, aren't they?
Yeah. If
while
somebody
you're lying there, not
dies,
feeling well,
you don't have to transfer them that far.
just only a foot away. That's where we're going to eject you into space, mate.
Yeah.
So it's efficient. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So don't want to
In a few
worry you,
years-
but
In a few years' time, they just have invented a system where the bed just goes up, goes straight. It's linked straight to the outside of the ship. Is he dead? Yeah.
Hey.
Straight out. Hey.
Bye.
I'm not quite dead yet.
I'm dead now.
That kind of fits in the whole thing that we've got to play the funeral service, but we don't know how to listen to it. Fuck that.
I love that bit. I love that. That's
Yeah.
one of those nice little. I think that's Robert Holmes' touch, I'd guess.
It's a nice bit of world building.
I love
it's
it
great.
when Baczynski goes, "Oh, one of those," and then that's
Yeah.
a definitely unnecessary line that adds so much.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's completely unceremonious. Yeah.
It's very army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got to play the last rites, we don't have to listen to them.
Yeah.
And then he pulls that control panel from the Ark in space.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that control panel. I spot that control panel all over the place.
Yeah.
They got do they use that several times in this story? Because there's
Yeah,
yeah,
I think so.
yeah, with the big knob on it. Yeah,
With the big knob, the big silver knob. Yeah.
the big silver knob. Yeah. The ship's taking off again. It's still struggling. It's kind of moving away from the planet, but slower than they really want it to.
Yeah.
So they jettison the Doctor's little tub of crystals. Well, at least they plan to. They give them to Morelli to say, sort it out, will you? Unfortunately, what they don't realise is that Sorensen's in her quarters. She's got a bit of the old red eye.
Yeah.
She's self-medicating, but it's not going great. So she's kind of staggering off through the corridors, and when Morelli gets killed, I mean, you don't have to be a Sherlock Holmes to work out who's behind it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Is she going to be anti-woman then?
Anti-woman.
Anti-woman.
Anti-man.
Yeah.
She's anti-woman.
Anti-woman. Yeah. Why not? And it's Patricia Quinn, isn't it? Yes. Okay. Yes.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I was thinking of somebody else. So Patricia Quinn. No, that works. Yeah.
No, I can see her giving it the red eye and really going off on one. That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when the ship can't get away from the planet, we should have had Darrow in it because he could have been doing his, damn it, what weighs 70 kilos?
Damn it, what's made of antimatter here?
And he's creeping around the corridors going, antimatter.
Antimatter, I really do need your help.
The ship's slowing.
Pull Darrow on time ram, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Nothing's changed there. The ship's slowing down still. So the Doctor's like, well, there's still antimatter on board. Sorensen fairly typically says, oh, it's the Doctor, isn't it? It's you.
Yeah.
And convinces Salamar instantly. Salamar's all over this.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I mean,
Black Charlotte Owen.
Yeah. We've got the roles now. Krasinski instinctively trusts them. So I was like, no, don't look at them. No, they got to go. So when the ship stops, the doctors, we get some scenes where the doctor's taken to the bridge, but Ace is left in the medical bay with Sorensen, who then starts to go a bit funny.
Yeah.
She goes into one of her trances. Before she can come back again, he's sneaked off. He's killed Dahan.
Yeah.
Only gone and killed Dahan.
No.
Is Dahan killed off?
Yeah. No, that's Morelli.
Right.
Morelli's got
not Morelli.
Yeah, Morelli's already dead.
maybe Ken Dodd is both of them.
What was it?
Or maybe it's Ken Dodd and Hugh Lloyd. Something like that, you know. Or some
Hugh Lloyd
gay icon no one's ever heard of, but J&T wanted in there.
Hugh Lloyd is an extremely elderly crew member.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't say it made sense.
So yeah, the Salamar basically he forces the Doctor to take him to the TARDIS, and then we get a bit of argy-bargy here where they kind of Sarah screams in the visual, but Ace obviously doesn't scream. But something happens, and typically Salamar discovers the Doctor and Ace stood over Dahan's body again.
For the third time
For the
in the
third
story.
time.
Yeah.
So he's like, right, eject them into space.
Yeah.
And Wyszynski's like, no, not doing that. No, stop it. And they have a bit of a fight, and then someone leans on the lever, and it's like they're getting ejected into space anyway.
Oh, well, it's not leaning. I mean, what actually happens is that Salamar forces Wyszynski's hand onto it and makes him do it.
I know that's really
it's weird though, isn't it?
Absolute twat, isn't he?
Yeah,
unpleasant. Really unpleasant.
Yeah.
But nice because he's kind of going, no, I'm going to fucking force you because I'm in charge.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that touch.
Yeah.
I suspect it's entirely not in the script. I think that's probably something that would have worked out.
The actors.
Yeah. And there's another guy, Reeg. Reeg's on the bridge. That's right.
Yeah.
He gets killed by the antimatter monster. So that kind of brings him up short a bit. So that they run back to the bridge, and Wyszynski finds a second to kind of bring them back into the ship before he goes. Oh yeah.
I kind of like that. It's a great cliffhanger because those things, the draws they're in go really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember being freaked out by that when I was a kid. That's
the kind of like, okay, and they're gone, and you see Sarah's head vanish. They're gone. It's not like they're going towards the jaws of the thing. She's actually gone.
Yeah.
And then she kind of goes no reverse.
Yeah.
Better not do this yet.
Which is kind of logical. That's what you do.
Yeah. So when they get back to the bridge, Wyszynski basically just takes command.
Yeah.
Just says, no, you're done. I'm in charge now. I mean, there's no kind of official, all right, I'm relieving you of duty. It's like, no, shut up.
Yeah.
I'm running the ship now.
Yeah.
In all fairness, they are going to die.
But he isn't even like a mutiny. He isn't like, oh, the crew's on my side. He's like, no, shut up.
Yeah, true. I suppose Wyszynski would have been walking around the crew beforehand, just going, and they go, yep.
Yeah.
He's ready for this. He's been planning for a while because Salamar is batshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, there's not many of them left at this point anyway.
The
doctor, it's the doctor that realizes that Sorensen's infected, basically.
Yeah.
He sends Ace to the bridge, tells him to close the hatches. Wyszynski's like, yeah, okay, fine. And then the doctor goes to Sorensen's quarters where he finds the sort of the medicine and a little tub of crystals. And it would get quite a nice scene here actually where Sorensen's been infected with antiquarks, basically.
Yeah.
Basically doomed. There's nothing they can do about this.
Yeah.
And the doctor says,
what are antiquarks? Are they crotons?
Don't know. I don't know where antiquarks come from. No. I assume they're like the subatomic bits, aren't they?
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was purely thinking in Doctor Who terms, as in like quarks.
Yeah.
You know.
But I do quite like this. The Doctor basically talks Sorensen around at this point. He says, "Look, take full responsibility for this.
Yeah,
you know what to do."
Yeah,
the whole scientific and Sorensen actually goes ahead and does it as well.
Goes ahead to do it. Yeah.
Tries to. It's a really nice scene. It gives Sorensen some pathos.
Actually, yeah, there is a little bit of nobility there. Yeah,
Level where he turns around and goes, the proposition was wrong.
Yeah.
Whatever he said, something like that. And the Doctor doesn't say anything, and it's wonderfully understated.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Unfortunately for them all, Salamar has chosen this moment to go completely batshit crazy.
Really batshit, yeah.
Really batshit. He goes after Sorensen with the neutron accelerator.
Yeah.
I don't get that at all. He takes like part of the
takes
internal workings of the ship.
You don't need this. There we are.
It's like kind of going, I'm gonna take the battery out this car and bash you over the head with it.
I can't quite understand why they have these things on the bridge.
Yes.
I have them in engineering myself. I'm no engineer, but that would be my guess for where they go.
Particularly since they're horribly radioactive, and all you have to do is open the front and just go, everyone's dead.
Yeah. The Morestrans are not brilliant people. They're not that clever.
This radioactivity, which is held in place by like a little catch on a flimsy door.
Open it and suddenly, oh dear.
Everyone's dead again.
No, that's your balls gone. Yeah.
So this turns out to be the wrong thing to do.
No shit.
Salamar living up to his reputation here. Sorensen literally,
and he's going to give it the chief clown bit as he goes with the nuclear generator in his hand. He's going to go bye.
Little grin as he goes out the door.
Yeah.
Sorensen,
he shoots Terry Walsh as well, doesn't he, on the way out?
Yeah, that's right.
Everyone shoots Terry.
Wallop. It's like literally, that's your own crew, mate. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I think it's the longest Terry Walsh actually gets into a story without getting shot.
It's true. You're watching him for ages, going, when's he going to die? Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So does Terry Walsh replace Michael Wisher at the console then?
Reeg replaces Michael Wisher at the console, but Reeg's dead by this point. There's very few of them left. So
the hit rating isn't, it's not nice in this story.
Terry Walsh is kind of there in the background from about episode 1. So
he's just kind of standing around waiting for someone to shoot him.
Waiting to die. To be fair, virtually anyone could have done it.
Yeah. They could have actually just paid an actor to fall over, other than a stuntman.
Sorensen's about to eject herself when she turns again. She gets the old red eye, which you would have hoped the Doctor would have thought of, but apparently not.
Yeah.
So they're up against the clock here. The ship's actually dropping back towards the planet.
That'll give McCoy one of those panic moments where he kind of goes, "No, I haven't thought ahead enough," and he, that sort of bit.
Yeah. The ship's actually dropping back towards the planet. They've got about 30 minutes before they hit the surface. So it's all a bit tense. Salamar uses his neutron accelerator on Sorensen and then just creates multiple Sorensens.
And Sorensen has a fucking howl around.
Yeah.
Has a what?
A howl around.
Howl around, yes.
Exactly what he does. That's what happens to him.
It's true, he does, yeah.
And I really like it. So it's a bit
because it's a howl around.
Queen will be doing the same thing very shortly.
That's true. So it's really serious now. The Doctor finds the abandoned sort of tub of crystals, uses them to reach the bridge. There's duplicates attacking basically all over the ship. So he's like, right, I'm going back out again. I might be some time.
Yeah, that's a weird bit, isn't it? He comes in for a bit and goes, hey, this, and then goes away again.
Yeah. There is a little bit of padding here.
That you could tighten slightly, I think. Yeah,
you could tighten this. Yeah. So basically, the solution is fairly obvious at this point. He's going to zap Sorensen with his own crystals. He actually takes a gun with him. He borrows one of
Well,
the
no, he
Western
finds the
guns.
gun from what's his name's body, from Ian Reddington's body.
Right. Yeah.
He's up next to the TARDIS.
Right. He actually shoots him. It's unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I quite like that. You get Sorensen lurching towards him, and it goes, and he's down.
That's right.
They have demonstrated earlier in the story, though, that they can be like stun guns, because Tom gets shot at point blank range with one.
Yeah. I guess that's what you're doing. Yeah.
There's one of those rifles still in existence.
Yeah.
Hasn't got this middle bit, hasn't got all perspex stuff, but yes, there's one that I know of.
Nice.
Fascinating prop fact.
Yeah. I like that kind of rusty drill that they're carrying around for most of episode one. For no
Everyone
reason,
likes
a lot of the
it.
time. The only reason they're just hanging on to it, so there's a bit of evidence to say, "Oi."
Yeah.
So yeah, he zaps Sorensen and takes her in the TARDIS. There's some stuff with Wyszynski and Ace. They're kind of setting up force fields around the bridge, basically.
Yeah.
This is where Ranjit gets it, and then the Doctor lands by the pool and basically just chucks Sorensen in.
Will the Doctor have given Ace an antimatter baseball bat by this point?
Yeah, he can
just
do.
like whack anti-woman.
If it's Ace, she's going to be out there battling duplicates. She's going to be baseball bats and fighting them off. Yeah.
With the dreadful little Quantel animations.
Yeah. So that's the solution. Where they chuck Sorensen in the pool, the duplicates vanish, the ship kind of slows down and then starts heading away again, and then Sorensen gets spat out by the pool.
The Doctor has done it.
Yes,
that's a great delivery.
Sorensen survives, which is really unusual for this period.
Love it.
Really undeserved. I mean, he's got...
Yes.
So on the behind the scene on the documentary, Philip Hinchcliffe was saying apparently Robert Holmes had that Sorensen died, just went into the pool and that was that. And Hinchcliffe went, nah, that's a bit depressing for the kids, isn't it? I really like it. I really like it because it's unusual.
I mean, he gets off scot-free, really. I mean, everyone else is dead apart from Wyszynski, literally everyone.
Well, he might be prosecuted.
He probably should be. Wait, no, I mean, even at the end, the Doctor's going, well, have you tried...
Is Charlotte Owen going to be? I don't think so.
Have you tried, renewable energy? And he's like, oh.
Yeah.
I thought that. So, that's the end of the story.
Ensplinment.
It's going to be worse.
Yeah, it's going to be worse because the original is. I think we were all saying this before we started recording. It's a kind of unspoken thing that Planet of Evil is really, really good.
Yeah.
It gets less talked about than some of the stories surrounding it.
Yeah, things like Pyramid.
Yeah, but it's really good. It
really is. Yeah,
so much going for it.
There are flaws. I mean, there's no women in it, like I said.
Yeah.
Which this would solve.
Yeah.
But in terms of atmosphere and production values, it's not going to benefit.
No.
Yeah. No.
In terms of Doctor and companion, alas.
Yeah.
If you're up against Tom and Liz Sladen, then
yeah. Well, yeah, Liz Sladen at the height of her powers here.
Absolutely.
Just knocking out of the park.
And it is going to be in a quarry rather than in Ealing Studios with Roger Murray Leach designing it. So, and that's a lot of the appeal of this story as well. The design is, of the jungle of Zeta Minor is really good.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the best realized alien planets we've got, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I include the modern day in that. It's just really good.
Yeah. It's a great little story.
That was a very quick and speedy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's Paul McGann.
Oh,
McGann.
Paul McGann. In story. 260.
Ooh.
It's just going to be like last week where it's kind of, no, we've done that. No, we've done that. No, we've done that.
It's going to happen more and more now.
Yeah.
And by the time we get to the end, it's going to be crazy.
Ooh.
Well, no, by the time we get to the end, it's going to be really, really simple.
It's not one we've done before. It is the Doctor's wife.
Oh, that's beautiful.
With McGann, yes.
With
I
McGann.
can see that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That'll totally work.
Imagine that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Written by Neil Gaiman, of course, now disgraced. But
yes.
We'll kind of we'll skip past that.
Well. Apparently written a lot by Moffat. Not yet disgraced.
Not yet. Fingers crossed. By the time this goes out.
Yeah. It's kind of like that, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. With the Doctor's wife, that should be quite good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. You've been listening to Time Ram. I've been. It's a turn of phrase. I've been Barry Williams, and with me tonight have been Rupert Booth,
Click,
and Paul Ferry.
Farewell, humans.
I should also thank Ben Jones, who provided our music. Thank you, Ben. Everlastingly grateful. You can find us on the social medias. We're all on the website formerly known as Twitter. I refuse to use the name that's currently under.
Very good.
But I'm on there as @BazTimeRam. Rupert is @Rupert Booth, and Paul is @PaulFerry8. Me and Paul are also on Tumblr. It's altogether friendly environment. And we've got a Facebook page, and we've even got a Patreon page. If you fancy tuning into that, there's some extra content which you can get on there for a few extra shekels.
Still use the microphone. Just saying.
Another way to support the show is to leave us a nice review wherever you download your podcast from, and we'll be forever grateful for that too. So join us next time for Paul McGann in The Doctor's Wife.
Want to rephrase
Say that? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's just that's one of those McGann slash fictions, isn't it?
There's bound to be plenty of slash fictions like that.
If you've got a happy pussy around, your column shouldn't stop working.
Direction point! Direction point!
A Doctor Who podcast network.